back to Old Grappler. Today, my guest is Will Alexander. I'll let you introduce yourself, where you train, and your belt rank.
I'm Will Alexander. I'm from JG Tracy. And I'm a purple belt right now, currently.
And you are the new Arte Suave Purple Belt 165, is
Yeah,
it, champ?
165. Yeah, not 165, but I won the 165 champion.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking crazy. I don't know how I did pull that one off.
So, since that's something that's recent, that was just last weekend, right?
Yeah, last weekend.
Let
Yeah,
let's get into that a little bit. How was the preparation into that, and how did you feel that
yeah.
the match went?
Honestly, preparation wise, was really shitty. Um, like straight up, like I was hurt the whole time.
Oh shit.
I was dealing with like it was like jiu-jitsu, like you
Oh
deal with
yeah.
an abundance of injuries, but it was
Hmm.
like literally like I'm usually not hurt,
Right.
but fucking like when I am hurt, it's like multiple things at the same time.
Right.
So I had a shoulder problem, my elbow was dislocated on my left arm. Fucking
Oh.
with that, I had a neck problem. Like I genuinely thought at one point like I was gonna pull out. And then my knee, all types of shit was going on, and then it was like fucking like we just pushed through. We had a game plan. Um, I knew like I rolled with Carlos before.
Right. Right. We had talked about
He's
that.
actually like as much shit we talk. Like we're actually homies.
Right.
We're actually
Right.
really fucking cool.
Yeah.
We just talk a lot of shit to each other. I think like me and Carlos, like you have that one person in your life that you'll grow old with and talk shit to.
Yes.
I think he's gonna be that person for me. Like we're gonna grow old and just talk shit to each other for the rest of life. And he was that guy for me. He gave me a really tough match. Like my first match with him was an IBJJF match,
Hmm.
and I beat him on points. It was like 8-0, but like it was the hardest 8-0 I ever had in my life because he was taking risks, he was doing shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't think the score matched up to his skill level at all
Hmm.
with me. So I was like very worried coming in, and then it was just like fuck, bro, like he's liking leg locks a lot now, all types of shit. And then he's 10-0 in super fights. And then fucking like, yeah, and he's champ at purple
Right.
belt and he's been a purple belt for about a year. And then like I was hurt on top of that. And then we just came in, stuck with a game plan. And then it was just like, we ended up getting a decision. I just ended up passing his guard. Realistically, I just passed his guard. Once I passed his guard, and it was only like 2 minutes left. I was like, yeah, we're staying here. Like,
Right.
we're not going for that no.
Just saying in
Yeah, we're
control.
2 minutes left on passing guard and nothing else happened. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. So yeah, that's the end of that. What happened with that match, and then yeah,
Nice. And got your hand raised.
got my hand raised. Honestly, it felt really good just off of the fact of like when I first started jiu-jitsu, it was I think it was my friend Amrit who I knew that did jiu-jitsu, and
Hmm.
then he did jiu-jitsu, and I was a white belt at the time back in 2020 during COVID and shit. But he was in supervisor. I was like, damn, that's cool. And then when I was still at Charles Gracie out here in Tracy,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, damn, like nobody here is doing like supervise like that. It was like one guy, but like me and him were close, but it was like, damn, like I'll never be on that level. And then as soon as I came to JG, fucking, I think within like, I remember when I first came to JG, fucking Javi told me he was like, yeah, I tried to get you on Fight to Win, but
Hmm.
they told you no. And I was
Uh,
like, motherfucker, you try to get me on who? Where? Superfly?
yeah.
And I was tripped out about it. And then after that, fucking Alika got me on Arte Suave against the blue belt. Won that, and then being at that blue belt tournament, one of my teammates, Joe Luna, he fucking won a belt that day.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, damn, like people win belts for this? This is crazy.
It's
And I
cool.
never thought I'd win a belt. And then I go like on a little run,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm up for a belt. Had a had a match at blue belt for a title. I lost that, and I was like, damn, like I just totally fucked up. Like I lost that fucking match, and it's like it wasn't like a match where it was like it wasn't a match where it was like he didn't tap me or he
Right.
dominated me. Like I passed the guard, he passed my. I mean, I passed his guard, he didn't pass my guard. Like it was one of those matches
Uh-huh.
where it's like you think you won, but like you didn't, because he
Right.
just went for more sub attempts. Shout out to him, Doc Beam. And I was like, fuck, I like low-key fucked up. And then next thing you know, after my last after the super fight before, like I fucking had a good match with him, and they put me up for a title fight against Carlos, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like I'm having a fucking real life
Yeah.
title fight for purple belt.
Right.
As a blue belt, fuck, as a white belt, you're like, holy shit, I'll never be that good at purple belt, but here I am, like the
Yeah.
champ. It's super weird.
That's cool though.
It's super cool. Shout out to my team.
Yeah. So what got you into jiu-jitsu?
Joe Rogan. Everybody's so fucking surprised when I fucking say that. Honestly, I watched that fucking Joe Rogan podcast with Jaka,
Mhm.
the first one he had with Jaka, and like I was like I fucking said before, like I was a big UFC guy
Right.
because I became a UFC guy because Floyd retired and there was no
Mhm.
other boxers. I'm a big boxing guy. Like
Okay.
you ask me about anybody, like you ask me about somebody from fucking Thailand that nobody knows, I probably know who he is. Like I'm a big boxing guy. But fucking I was Floyd retired and then I fucking started watching the UFC because Connor was popping and Nate Diaz
Mhm.
um doubleheader was going on and I was like, holy shit, this is pretty fucking cool. I always knew about UFC, but
Mhm.
like it was different. So I always sort of kind of like knew about jujitsu and what it was and what it is. And then watching that Joe Rogan interview with Jocko, and when Jocko said this shit is like a superpower, I was like, I gotta learn it. Fucking went in my first day, got double armbar by
Oh.
some dude who's a doctor.
Oh
Skinny as
shit.
shit, doctor, purple belt, just fucking fucked me up. And then I was like, okay, I need to learn this. And I literally told him after, I was like, fuck, I need to learn this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
That's funny because
But yeah.
like Kalani had the same kind of
Yeah.
introductory
Yeah, I
to
heard. He said he got
jiu-jitsu,
his
right?
arm broke. That's
Yes,
crazy. Yeah, that was
by a little
crazy.
guy.
Shout
And
out Kalani
yeah.
Foster, man. The guy, the man, the myth, the fucking legend, man. Kalani fucking Foster. I love that dude.
Yeah, that was a good interview.
Yeah.
Um, so besides the Arte Suave, how have you done competitions or
So I won pretty much on every level. The only thing I haven't won is like at least the ADCC Open, but like if you're talking about like just tournaments, like regular tournaments, like I won IBJJF, did a World League, small tournaments, big tournaments.
hmm
I pretty much won on every level besides ADCC at this point, like from white to blue all the way to purple. Like I pretty much won almost everything. Um, at blue I went on the skid for like 2 years and I didn't lose at all.
nice.
That lucky fucked me up in the head, like big time. Like you know what I mean?
Not losing.
Yeah, not losing really fucked me up in the head. I think I was just lucky by my opponents who I faced, and
hmm
then also at the same time, like just skill wise, like having and my coach, like Alika's the best fucking coach you'll meet over here. Like
Yeah,
you know him, like
dude,
he's
that
that guy.
just the detail he gives is uh, like I try to get something out of anywhere and
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah,
that I go because I do travel quite a bit, right?
yeah,
Um, but like at the retreat, his details, I'm like, Jesus
dude.
Christ, this makes this so much easier.
Yeah, and you get that every day.
And then I
Like,
came that one
yeah,
day,
and
right?
you got it.
And I was like, shit, we just did fundamentals and just the breakdowns, you
I
know?
I remember when you came, you did the fundamentals and you asked me a question,
hmm
and I was like, over, I think it was the armbar, and you asked me a question, and when I explained it to you, I realized after I was like, holy shit, I would never get to this man's level. It's like, like, dude, I just like you do this, you do that, you do this, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He's like so like particular. Like last night, fucking before I got a little salty, I fucking was like, I asked him a question on something he did, and the details on it was so crazy.
Mm,
And it's like for me, like if you watch me in class, like it's so hilarious. I'm happy he has me as Uki now, so I don't have to hear the details. I just got to pay attention to what he's doing, so I give him the
right.
right reaction. But it's just so like now, like sometimes he says some shit, I'm just like, what? Like
Yeah.
it's almost like school. Like
Right.
if you train with him, it's almost like school, and you realize how smart you are. Like you really do. You realize how fucking smart you are because
Yeah.
his details are fucking insane, bro.
yeah.
Like insane, insane. But yeah,
It was cool. Like
yeah,
I definitely need to get back.
yeah. Come
Like
back.
I shit, just life, you know.
Yeah, life, motherfucker. That's what most motherfuckers
You
should jujitsu.
you usually I travel on Wednesday, like every other Wednesday,
Yeah,
to train somewhere outside.
yeah,
Um, but now my grandson does soccer,
yeah,
and his practice day is on Wednesday.
yeah. You go out
So
there and watch them.
fuck yeah,
Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
You know, like shit. I don't remember my grandparents coming. You
No,
know,
fuck
my
no.
my grandmother, uh, she was probably the one more
Yeah.
interested.
Mhm.
But like my grandfather, he was always working.
Yeah.
My dad, he was always working.
Yeah.
That's just who they were,
Yeah.
right?
No, I totally
So
feel you on that. Totally
when
connect with you on that.
when I was a kid, I would have my mom.
Yeah. I used to always be like super like envious of the kids that had the grandparents there.
Yeah.
Like when I play football and shit, like they'll
Mhm.
come to every practice, see everything.
Yeah.
Because like realistically, like my dad like always worked like really good. My dad always had a really good job,
Mhm.
and that's sort of kind of where I think my work ethic came from.
Yeah.
Because he always had a really fucking good job, you know. But you have a really fucking good job, you can't come to everything, you know. And
Yes.
my dad always sacrificed time with me, and it was really fucking dope, like to see that. Like at the time, I was a little salty about it.
Mhm.
Naturally, you're a fucking kid. You don't
Right.
fucking understand how we live in this
It.
6 bedroom house with your own room and bathroom, you know?
Yeah.
But like seeing it now, it's like, fuck, bro. Like, you really did that. So my dad wouldn't come to any practice, but one thing I would give to my dad, like, he always came to fucking games, fucking
Mhm.
everything like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was dope. My mom always tried to come to practice. Sometimes she wouldn't.
Mhm.
I totally understand.
Right.
You're fucking, quote unquote, main caretaker, if that makes sense.
Right.
Drop me out to practice and out of practice and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then like you gotta go to somebody's practice every day and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, you know? So yeah, no, I totally feel you on that for sure.
Yeah. I'll to him it may not be much,
Yeah,
but he's 3. He's
yeah,
about to be 4.
yeah.
He don't really
It's
understand.
gonna it's
But
gonna mean a lot to him one
at
day.
at one, hopefully at one point he sees it and understands it and
Yeah,
goes with it.
yeah,
But I, for me, because I felt like the ones that were the elders when I was little
yeah,
weren't able to do that.
yeah,
I was always there for my kids.
yeah.
I
That's
have 3
dope.
boys,
Yeah,
and like they did football. I
yeah,
ended up being they did karate first.
yeah.
I ended up
Always
being
starts with
a
fucking
karate
karate.
teacher, right?
You became a teacher too.
Yeah,
My
I did it with them.
My mom did the same fucking thing,
They did
and
they
I
did.
was fucking salty at my mom. So we started doing. There's this dude. He doesn't train here anymore, but this dude trained Cox. I've known him my whole like. I'm from Tracy.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Tracy through and through. I wasn't born here, but like I'm from Tracy. I was born in Atlanta, actually. Crazy, but Trent Cox, like his family and everybody knows his whole family's from Tracy. Like you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And fucking, I did karate through his grandpa. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
So his grandpa was teaching Shotokan fucking karate. Badass white dude. Badass Irish white dude. Played no fucking games. He taught us karate, and my mom fucking did karate with me naturally.
Yeah.
Cause she's like, well, I'm fucking here watching you. I might as well do it. And
Mhm.
then fucking, she ended up. I think the first belt was orange belt. I mean, the first belt was yellow belt.
Mhm.
And then for her, because she's an adult, she got orange. And I remember we got promoted the same day to orange belt, and I got yellow belt. And I'm like, I've been training longer than you, and you got an orange belt. I was so
So pissed.
I was so fucking mad. Fucking about it. Fucking my mom. I was like, damn, that's crazy. You got a fucking orange belt. And I don't like, you know.
But like I was saying with my grandson, they don't realize what you're doing while you're there, what
No.
have you. And at the time, like you're salty because you
Yeah.
got a different belt,
Yeah.
but you didn't realize that she was there
Yeah.
not because she the belt, but because of you,
Yeah. No,
right?
literally.
And,
And it's
and
like you have you like that's a true form of love. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I think about I don't have any kids right now, but thank God. Hopefully I don't. But I don't have any fucking kids. But like I always think like what would be like, cause I see like you're in jiu-jitsu, there's mat babies all the time, like,
Right.
and you see people with their kids and like it almost inspires you to be a good parent. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's like seeing that and it's like fuck, like how would I give you like what you need like as a child? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Once the time that happens for me, like, you know what I'm saying? I think about that shit all the fucking time. It's like
Yeah.
fuck, bro, like that's really cool. Because my biggest thing is like being a good dad because I had a good dad. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, my dad made sure I was straight, made sure I had a good head on my shoulders. Like, maybe emotionally it wasn't the best thing, but it was like very much like my dad can't say that my son's a piece of shit, if that makes sense. And he
Yeah.
made sure of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, so now when I see that, I want to do better than that. And
Yeah.
it's like, fuck, bro. Like, I wish, like, not, I wish, I don't want any fucking responsibilities right now. But it's like for me, it's like damn, like once I have kids, it's like fuck, like I just want to be the best that I could be. Like if
Right.
that makes sense. Like you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that sort of kind of inspires me when I see people with kids and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why I always fucking play around with the kids and shit, roll every kid, because like
Hmm.
I want that for me and my kid whenever that happens. Like you
One
know
day.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One day, not now, but one day.
You know, it was cool. My son brought my grandson to the gym
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last week. Last week.
Hmm.
No, it was 2 weeks ago because they went on vacation.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, he brought him, and they were just sitting there watching.
Yeah.
And then I went and grabbed my grandson, and I was coaching
Yeah.
wrestling at the time,
Playing with them
right?
and stuff.
And I took him out on the mat, and I was
Yeah.
just holding him, kind of
Yeah.
walking and
Let him see what he
showing.
does.
And then I went and gave him something to drink, and then I brought him back out, and then he was on the mat, just following me, and I
Yeah.
was like, yes, this
Yeah.
is the start,
There you
right?
go.
He doesn't have to do anything.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
he's 3,
Yeah.
man. Like, would I like for him to
Good
know
age to
stuff
start him.
already? But yes, but I listen. He's a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't when I was young. I had to work a lot with my dad. Like
Yeah.
that was just what we did, right?
Yeah.
Either my grandfather drove truck, my dad drove truck. My dad was a diesel mechanic. My
Yeah.
dad was an
Yeah.
auto mechanic,
Yeah.
right?
That's dope.
So if my grandpa was out hauling, I was
Hmm.
with him,
Yeah.
you know,
Doing
just
whatever.
as a tyke, a
Hmm.
little toddler. I wanted to be in the truck.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, started turning wrenches with my dad,
Yeah. Yeah.
cleaning the parts and what have
Doing
you.
everything.
But I never really got to be a kid,
Yeah.
So when that part happened for me,
Yeah.
I was like, I won't be like that part,
Yeah.
right? Everything else, I said as much as I said it to myself, like
Hmm.
I'll never be as hard as my dad was.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I
Yeah.
was hard,
Yeah.
right? And now I look back, like I told my son something today, like, hey, just ease up. Like he's 3,
Yeah.
right?
And now
Eh,
he's like, "What the fuck
He's
are you
got
talking about?"
he's got he's got 2 practices in one game, dude.
Dude,
Like let's chill out a little
my
bit.
my dad, like, so my sister, she's way older than me. Like my
Uh-huh.
sister, I think is like 45, and I'm 27. Like,
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
Okay.
you feel me? So my sister's kids, um, 2 of them are older, but the youngest one, he's a baby still. He's still in high school. Now he's in high school,
Uh-huh.
and I see my dad with this motherfucker, and I'm like, "You motherfucker, you are so nice to him." You would never that with me. What the fuck is your problem? Like, if you don't fucking yell at him, fucking cuss him out like you used to do me,
Uh,
But I see why he treated me the way he treated me, and I see why he treats him the way he treats him.
yeah.
Because part of it, I think, is more of like, all right, like that's your grandson,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to be like cool with him, but at the same time, you realize the mistakes that you made. But at
Right.
the same time, like I'm his blood of blood. Like he wants to make sure I'm okay. I have
Yeah.
a head straight, so I don't even like feel bad for those hard times and stuff like that
Right.
we had. It's just like, oh damn, like I get it. Like I'm not a piece of shit. Like I have a friend fucking from 3 months ago fucking was in jail trying to be something that he wasn't.
Yeah.
And he's not even about that life. He's not ready for that. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm here. I'm good. Like
Right.
the only thing I want to do is jujitsu for a living. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Hmm.
So we got kind of
Sorry, we got
no,
hella
we're
off
good.
track. That
We're
was a
good.
great conversation though.
Um, coming back to competitions.
Yeah,
So you've competed just about at all, like
yeah.
IBJJF.
Besides ADCC, that's the only one I haven't done yet, but that's the next one I want.
Yeah,
Yeah, one
just
of
to do one of the opens and
yeah,
see.
get one of the opens, see what it's like, do trials for sure, just see where I'm at. Like that's the biggest thing, cause
Yeah,
like it's one thing to roll with like world championship guys here
right.
or at BBB compared to like rolling with somebody in a competition setting.
Yes.
Different. We're from away from home. We're all trying to grind. We're all trying to make it. Like you know what I'm saying in
Yeah.
grappling. So I want to feel that from a guy who's like higher level, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
For
want to.
sure.
I want to feel that. I want to see what it's talking about. Cause like for me, it's like it's not scary. Cause it's not like we're getting punched or kicked in the face.
Right.
I think for the most part, like depending on whenever you train, I think we all train at least 5 days a week here in this room. Like we all train at least. I train every day, but it's different. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I train on a good week
Yeah,
5 maybe 6 times.
yeah,
On
that's really good.
on a bad week like 4.
Yeah, like that's still better than average. Most guys only train
Yeah.
3 days a week, which is
A-
crazy to me.
And third, well, like one of the days, like we have a class on Thursdays that starts at 7:30,
Hmm.
but I also we share the mat with the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling
Yeah,
program
yeah,
share the mat. So I'm teaching my advanced wrestling class
yeah,
at that time that
yeah,
the jiu-jitsu starts.
yeah,
So by the time that the wrestling class is over, we're an hour and 15 minutes in that I don't get to train.
yeah,
So I get like 45 minutes, or maybe even a little less than that most Thursdays.
yeah,
But I do the Monday class. We have class on Saturday. Um, if I'm not doing this or if I'm not working, I go to that class
yeah,
as
for
well.
sure.
But yeah, 4 or 5, mostly 5.
Yeah,
Like I try to get to open mat on Sundays too,
yeah, have to.
just just to get the extra live rolls in.
I mean,
And
at this point, where jiu-jitsu is, I feel like you can't train that much because
yeah,
it's like motherfuckers are so good now,
well, it's crazy. Like when I interviewed Kalani, he's said they were training him and Cyrus were training 6 hours a day,
dude.
and
Oh, they
the
definitely do.
Brazilians were training 12.
Yo,
And he
dude,
was like,
Cyrus, Kalani, Alika, they're training all day, every day. And
"It's
then it's like
crazy."
you get these Brazilians, like we had some Brazilians come in when we first came here.
Hmm.
These motherfuckers like will have class, right? And like we are having fun here. So I'll wake up like here, like you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, God damn, like these motherfuckers, it be 9 o'clock in the morning and they're just going through slow drills. Just going through the shit that they need to work on. And it's like, ooh, like fuck. Like it's crazy. Like,
Just tying up the loose
dude,
ends.
they're literally doing that. And then they'll come to class, beat the shit out of us, train after. No, like you don't understand. That was like hell for like I wish is DJ here yet? Yeah. Whenever he hops on, he'll fucking tell you. They were fucking us up. Like those Brazilians, those
Uh,
Dream Art Brazilians, they came here, training like 9 o'clock in the morning. They're only doing like slow work. Like they're just like going through the motion. And then those motherfuckers are fucking beat our afternoon, beat the shit out of us, chill, and then they'll be at class at 7 o'clock and fucking us up. And it's like, brother, like this is what it takes to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to,
right.
because you gotta think for them, it's like if we're really talking about grappling, it's like hours on the mat, and it's like you get guys like that that are fucking training 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's 12
That's
days in our hours. Realistically,
oh yeah,
if
yeah.
you go to class, it's an hour class, hour and a half class. Like
Right.
it's only an hour. They're doing that every fucking day. 12 days. I mean 12 hours.
Yeah, it's
Equivalates to
crazy.
12 days for us.
Yeah.
And that's like fuck,
And they
bro.
do all that in one day.
One day.
Yeah, that's
Fucking us
crazy.
up, beating the shit out of us. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I played football where like I have that competition mindset.
Hmm.
So like competition wise, I feel like I beat a lot of guys that train that much, but it's like realistically, you put me in an open mat setting, I'm probably getting fucked up really bad. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I only get tapped in open mat. I don't get tapped out in competition because I understand shit. But it's
Hmm.
like fuck, bro. Like that's a lot.
So why do you think that, like you said, you get tapped at open mat, but not for competition, or you're pretty
Well,
good, successful at competition?
I
What do you
mean,
think it is that?
yeah, like I feel like I'm not that good at jujitsu. One, like I really don't. I'll tell everybody that. Like I don't think I'm that good.
I've rolled with you.
I
Oh, you know what? Honestly, what surprised me the most with your jiu-jitsu was just how strong you were.
yeah.
Like you're
Well,
for
that's one thing I can.
160 pounds,
That's
you were fucking
that's one
strong.
thing I can control though.
Yeah.
Like I can control how strong I am. I always tell people that. Like that's why I think if you're a guy, and I'll tell this to the fucking camera, if you're a fucking guy, like, and you're older than 23 starting jiu-jitsu, strength, strength and conditioning is not a question for you. It's a must. Like,
Yeah.
you have to do it. If you want to compete 23 plus, you have to fucking strength and condition because we don't have what they have. But you know what we have? Grown man strength. Right? Like you feel it on guys. You get
Yeah.
a new spy wrestler that wants to do jujitsu, you might fuck him up because you have the conditioning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
We,
funny you say that because
dude, it's the most important. I mean, it's so stupid that jujitsu we don't have like a set strength and conditioning program. I think I sort of kind of cracked the code. I'm not gonna say that to anybody. I'll tell you that off air. What motherfuckers need to do,
hmm
but there's things that we need to do as older guys. And realistically, like my first competition was at 24, 25.
hmm
And everybody else is younger than me.
Dude,
We
I was
need
twice your age at the first competition. I was 48.
fuck. We need that conditioning though. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need our muscles to fire. We need fucking to be able to have a gas tank. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking grabbing something longer than fucking 5 minutes with one hand is a lot. So I do a lot of strength and conditioning, like a
hmm
lot, a lot. I probably train strength and conditioning more than I do jujitsu, more than anything. And I think that's what keeps me relevant, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think what like for me, I- I'm probably twice your size, right?
Yeah,
Um,
literally,
yeah.
literally. I'm a
Uh,
small guy. I'm a tiny guy.
so when you like when we rolled and you grabbed a hold of me
Yeah,
and like your grip, I was like, oh, and then
yeah,
you're just looking at me and I'm like, okay, like how am I gonna maneuver through this?
yeah,
Like I know he's setting me up
yeah,
for something,
yeah,
but then not being able to get away from the grip strength.
yeah,
Like you grabbed a hold of me and I was like, oh shit.
yeah.
Like this
Well,
doesn't happen very often.
well, I think fucking shout out to God. God gave me these big fucking hands. like like 5'7" with the biggest hands you'll see from a guy under 6 feet. I see these big ass hands. I think that definitely has to play a part with it. But also at the same time, like I deadlift a lot, I bench a
hmm
lot, I squat a lot. So a barbell's always in my fucking hands and
hmm
always trying to be strong. Like if that makes sense. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I think that's really like the biggest thing of it. Like for example, like I told you when we rolled,
hmm
you were like, "What the fuck do you do for strength?"
Yeah.
And I was like, brother, I just lift
Grab the
weights.
bar.
I just grab a fucking bar and fucking pull
Yeah.
heavy as fuck. And like I'm strength training at least 4 days a week. Like
hmm
every like month I'll test out my maxes just to see. Not I'll test out my maxes to the point where it's like not like I'm trying to outdo what I did,
hmm
but it's more like I just need to lift heavy.
Right.
Something very fucking heavy weight wise. Like you know what I'm saying? And I do that a lot.
hmm
And it's just like I feel like that's what you have to do. Full range of motion though. Like I'm not one of those guys where like, you know, those jiu-jitsu guys that you see on Instagram doing these fucking weird workouts and stuff like that. That doesn't make sense
Yeah.
to the human body. Yeah, I don't do that. I do a full range of motion squat, full range of like below parallel squat,
Ass to
like
grass.
ass to fucking grass.
Yeah.
I do a full conventional deadlift, I do a full bench, and I do a full strict overhead press. Like, you know
hmm
what I'm saying? And then I'll throw in a pull. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just to see where I'm at. And I think doing that and having that mindset for training where I'm only lifting heavy makes me really strong. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Especially my grip wise. Because realistically, it's like if you're fucking strong, like you could fucking pick somebody up or lift somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's sort of kind of like where my strong grips come from. Plus, like, no offense, like I play football.
hmm
That's one thing that's to my advantage that I think other people don't have. It's like we all see in football strength and conditioning programs. We all see how strong and how powerful football players are.
Yeah.
It's like I did that for since I was 10
Okay.
up until 23. That's 13 years of football. Like I did that.
Dang. Yeah.
Like I did that. Like you know what I'm saying? And it's like fuck, bro. Like it's a different level of strength when you're playing football. If
Hmm.
that makes sense. The strength and conditioning portion of it, because you have to be strong, you have to be fast, have to be powerful. Like you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think that definitely helps me and translates to jiu-jitsu very well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you said football ended at 23. You played in college?
Yeah. I tried to make it to league, shit didn't work. Yeah, tried to make it to league, didn't work. But yeah. Yeah, played football, played college ball, tried out for a couple teams, did the whole
Nice.
shit, but you know,
Wasn't in the cards.
brother, when I walked into the building, I play corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shortest corner is a real life 6'3".
Jeez.
You don't have a chance. Like you don't have a chance. It's
Right.
just one of those things. Like I'm not salty about it or nothing like that. Like
Hmm.
I'm a big football guy, but like I'm a football guy on a different level than other people. Like other people train, like watch football for like what it is. But like, for example, I was just telling somebody, I was like, the sexiest thing I ever seen in my life was Tom Brady moving through the pocket. Like I watched little shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's how much of a football guy I am. I want to see the smallest of small things. Like you know, like Aaron Donald fucking using his hands, fucking
Right.
what's the Kittle on the Niners fucking
Yeah.
blocking. Like I'm a big, small, minute detail football guy. Like I don't give a fuck about highlights. I want to see, can you block?
Yeah.
Can you move through the pocket? You got good hands? Yeah, I like to see shit like that. What's your footwork looking like? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
like shit like that, bro. Like
Hmm.
I played football. It was great. Taught me a lot. I think it definitely gave me that willpower to compete and
Hmm.
not be afraid to compete because it's like you have a whole week to prepare for somebody and you have to do it.
Right.
So when it comes to jiu-jitsu, it's like, just competing. Like it is what it is. Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying? There's no game plan. There's no nothing.
Do you get nervous?
Oh, for sure. Like you have to. Like you got to be human. Like you know what I'm saying? It's really for super fight stuff at this point. Like super fights get me really fucking nervous. It's like I'll say this on camera. I didn't say it the last fucking interview, but fucking I cry usually before my super fights.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Like my first, because this was number 10 for me.
Uh-huh.
I cried for like 9 of them, like before, like right before, like cried, like full on, like
Like,
not like a bitch, but like dropped some fucking tears, like you know
uh-huh.
what I'm saying?
Just
Just
from the nerves being,
the nerves get to you, but like I had a coach that like told us like it's okay. Like he used to actually make us cry. Like he used to purposely try to make us cry before we played the game. And honestly, once you cry, like what are you nervous about? You're fucking right in front of a room full of grown men. Like you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But like I cry and then I fucking warm up and then I'm fine. Like so now like you see me compete, like I look very calm because all my nerves and everything's out of me. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that shit that was pent up for like a couple weeks, maybe month or even two,
Hmm.
is already built up. Like now it's just like time to cry and let it go. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. Tournaments wise, I don't give a fuck about tournament. Like I'll go into a tournament hoping I lose. Because with tournaments, it's like it's double elimination.
Yeah.
Then you have the absolute.
Hmm.
Then if you lose the absolute, there's probably another fucking tournament going on within that tournament. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like let's just fucking do it. I don't give a fuck about tournaments because tournaments are mat time. Those are points. Those are
Hmm.
rules. Super fights though, like yeah, when somebody's paying fucking $55 to watch you fight and pull up all the way from wherever,
Right.
that means a lot. Like for example, like my parents just came through. $55 plus $55 is 100 some dollars just to watch me fight for 7 minutes.
Right.
That's it. That means a lot to you. Like you know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether like you're a real jiu-jitsu head or not, like that hits different. Like you know, like you have people there showing up to support you.
Right.
That means a lot. And I don't think the crying or the nervousness comes from the fucking like the actual event or the guy. It comes from the people around you. Where it's like,
Hmm.
fuck, like I have friends like in Arizona. I have one friend that's fucking in Germany right now playing football. And it's like he watches my fights. He stays up all night because they're 8 hours ahead of us. He stays
Hmm.
up all fucking night to the morning just to watch me fight. And it's like, fuck, bro. Like you're paying money to
Yeah.
watch your
Watch
boy.
the pay-per-view.
Dude, like that means a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you
Yeah.
put things in that perspective, it's like, yeah, like you'll cry a little. Like, you know, and I don't think it's just like the actual competition aspect. I think it's like, fuck, like you're really fucking doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. Like, you know, whether you get paid or not, it's like, fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I cry a little bit and then I let it go and then I'm pretty calm. Like, competition wise, it's like, I sort of kind of seen everybody.
Hmm.
I know who's
Around
who
here for sure, right?
around here for sure. And even like further out, like, I know who's who. I know what fights to pick, what fights not to pick. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, because a lot of people want to beat my ass, and I don't blame them. Like, I try to beat my ass too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think for the most part, it's like it's pretty cool, like seeing that. So supervised, like a little nervous, but you got to be a little nervous to compete. You know, like you got to
I
think you're training at the gym all day, every day, and then it's fucking like, oh, you're finding this guy from this gym, from this tribe. Like
yeah.
I told my friend this one time. You find this dude from a different country, from a different tribe, that's the baddest of bad of bad, is who you're fighting. If you think about competition, that's really what it is. You're fighting the best of the best from whatever gym. If you put it like that, like, yeah, you're gonna be a little nervous.
I I don't know why, like when it comes to like the tournaments part, like the local ones that I've done,
Yeah,
like my teammates are like pacing back and forth. Dude, I just put
yeah.
music on, I walk
Oh,
around.
yeah.
I I don't get fucking nervous.
Tournaments are fucking. Have you done a super right yet?
No.
You should.
So
It's a different beast. It's a
it's in
different beast.
it's in the works.
Yeah.
Um,
There you go.
my coach told me, uh, I don't know, like maybe a month before your
Yeah.
fight, he was like, "Why haven't you signed up for one of
You
those?"
should.
I said, "Well, like I don't know, like
Yeah.
waiting for
You fuck some people up. You fuck some Lumos up
waiting for the okay from the people
from
above
the
me,
promoter.
right?
Yeah.
Or well, from the coach, because
Yeah. Your coach has to be
I'm
on
not
board
gonna
too.
be like, hey, should I do this? Like
Yeah.
he brought it up.
I totally
After
feel
he
you.
brought it up,
Yeah.
I went and signed up on
Yeah.
art. I didn't
On
ask for a
Arte.
fight yet, but
Yeah.
I registered as a fighter.
Yeah. No, like, man, like, I totally feel you on that because, like, for me, when I first started doing super fights, Javi first put me up for a super fight, and I was
Mhm.
like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Alika, like, told me, like, here's the thing, like, with having Alika, like, my relationship with him, Javi's like the guy, like, oh, I signed you up. You want to do it? And Alika's more like, oh, I signed you up. You're gonna fucking do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like, when I did my first super fight, I was like, what the fuck are you doing right now? You know? And it's hella funny because now I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. He's like, he's the one telling me no now, which is hilarious.
Salika.
Oh, for sure. Like, I try to do some crazy shit sometimes. If you know me, you know. But it's hilarious. Like now, like Aliga's like that guy. Like, you know what I mean? So having that interest from your coach, I totally feel you because
Yeah,
it's like I have him where it's like, damn, like I have somebody who believes in me.
yeah,
And you don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, coming from a hard dad, you understand
yes,
that?
yes,
Hard dad, hard males in your life.
yes.
Period. Like, you know, I just talked to my eighth grade football coach today. He called me out to fucking blue,
Oh,
cussing
that's
me
cool.
out about some shit that I did in fucking eighth grade. And this motherfucker called me, cussing me out. But having hard male role models in your life,
Yeah.
especially a hard dad,
Hmm.
that changes you. Why are you different? You just want the you could do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I have that with Alika as a coach. And it
Hmm.
means we're fucking bros. Like,
Yeah,
what else do you fucking want? Like,
for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? So I totally feel you on that. But yeah, do your first fucking super fight, dude. Like,
It,
it's
it,
bad until
it'll
it's not
happen.
bad. Yeah, you should do it.
I'm completely in the mindset at this point in the journey as it, what's there to lose,
Yeah,
right?
I
I'm
mean,
even if I lose, I didn't lose. I'm learning something,
dude, you get so much better too doing super fights. Like super fights changes your fucking game. Like
Hmm.
once you do your first one, like it changes your fucking game. Like the dudes who go out there go 20 on super fights, really fucking good
Yeah,
because it's a different level. Like you're not worried about points. You have to learn how to submit
yeah,
or go for some shit. It's different. Like it is fucking different, and that's why I love super fights because they make you so much better. Taking a break because mentally, like doing super fights back to back, Loki fucks with your mental
Yeah.
of jujitsu, and when that's all you do for a living, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this is all I do for a living.
Yeah.
It Loki fucks me up on the inside, but like it made me so much better
Mm.
as a man, as a fucking competitor, as a jujitsu artist, quote
Hmm.
unquote. Like it makes you so much fucking better. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
So, what do you prefer more, gi or no gi?
it's a good question. That's a really good question. All right. So I'm pretty like even. Competing wise, I'm only gonna probably do nogi from here on out. Like it just is what it is. Unless I get a tip plan to do, then I'm gonna make that motherfucker put on the gi and see where he's at. And I'm not lying. If I get a tip plan guy, oh brother, you're putting on that fucking gi. But realistically though, like no gi, I could do a lot more. I feel better. I feel like I get underneath better. I don't get tapped as much. Just
Hmm.
rolling around like with our guys, like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Leg locks is a totally different play in no gi because you can
Oh yeah.
fucking reap, you can fucking do all types of crazy shit. I feel like though, like, but the one thing about jiu-jitsu why I signed up because it's nothing better than a Saturday morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. You're at your boy's house. You got a couple beers. Got that good reggae music going, and you just in the gi having fun. Like, you know, there's
Hmm.
nothing better than that feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what it is. Like, you're just playing. Like, in the
Hmm.
gi, like, you're just playing around. You're just with your boys. No gi's a lot serious stuff. And realistically, like, I'm so new to grappling in general, where it's like, I'm probably a no gi guy because I'm not gonna be good enough to be in the gi. Like straight up, like
Hmm.
I'm not good enough to be in a gi. Like you get motherfuckers fucking fighting me at 18 that have been training since they were fucking 8.
Yeah, it's
They
a
always say 10
different
years.
animal, right?
10 years gives you a black belt, and these motherfuckers are blue belts.
Right.
Who the fuck? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what the
Yeah,
fuck is going
that's the
on?
crazy
It's
thing, right?
different, you know, because they have grips, they have that feel. Like you know what I'm saying? Sorry, my phone just went off.
Yeah, you're good.
But like realistically, like no gi is probably the thing because I'm strong, I'm fast, I'm powerful, I have
Hmm.
a lot of stamina, I have all the things. I'm on a podcast right now. Can you text me? Okay, how about you text me or call Dan? Call Dan. Dan's right here. Yeah, yeah. All right. I love you. Sorry,
You're good.
sorry.
You're good.
One other woman in my life, but but no, yeah. Like the thing is with Nogi, it's like realistically, honestly, Alika's dad, Kalani
Hmm.
Foster. Kalani fucking one time we were at JJ Road League and I wasn't competing, so I was kicking it with him and the coach's thing, and he like we were like talking, and then he was like talking to some other dude, some random dude, don't
Hmm.
even know this motherfucker's name, and Alika's dad was like, just looks at me, you know how Kalani is,
Yeah.
just looks at me like this. You're more of a motherfucking Nogi guy. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, okay, and and he goes in explaining how like I possibly am, and honestly, I agree. Like I'm fast, I'm powerful, I'm strong. Like I'm young enough. Like you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And it's like fuck, like dude, you're fucking right. Like I am more of a no gi guy. Like, cause I'm so green to the sport where it's like the way I think about jujitsu is like, don't be a bottom, don't get your back took, submit.
Yeah.
That's all I think about. That's the only thing I think about in jiu-jitsu. I don't think about shit else. And Kalani Loki did that for me when he Loki like excuse me said like I'm fucking more of a no gi guy than a gi guy. Cause gi I love it. It was fun, like you know. But realistically, like I can't compete with these guys, bro. Like it's fucking tough. It's so fucking tough, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like fuck. Like somebody just DM me about my fight with Julio Ramage. And shout out to Julio. He's a fucking great competitor, blue belt. Like he's a dog. Shout out to Colo Jose. But like he beat my ass in the game, and he's 17 right now. And I was like, holy
Oh,
shit,
damn.
yeah, he whooped my ass. And I was like, oh shit,
Hmm.
maybe motherfuckers are right, bro.
But
Getting the
that I
gi and
think
no gi.
that part of it, like you said earlier, when these guys start as kids
Yeah,
and then they get to be an adult, they get that blue belt,
dude.
but they've already had all this fundamentals and all these years
You know what
of
I want to do that to
training.
that? You know what we should do?
What's that?
As two guys over to the age of 25, we should fucking start a tournament series called the 9 to 5. It's only guys that started after 23. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking, like, no offense. I love these kids. Like, I think it's great. They're doing great for the sport. But realistically, for dudes that compete, you go in against somebody that competed since they were fucking 8 years old and they're
Oh,
grown up.
yeah. It's
You're fucked. There's nothing you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. That's the hard part. I mean,
Yeah,
c- I I guess I don't I don't know that
yeah,
like personally
yeah,
because
yeah,
I started so late.
yeah. You're
So
lucky.
when I
You don't want to find
compete,
that out.
I competed a couple of weeks back, and I went down two age groups just to get a fight, right?
And just to
Like,
feel what's up.
and then
It was
I got
different.
handled.
It was different.
Right? He was just big.
Yeah.
He was
That's the thing
he
about these
had to have
big
been
guys.
like 6'4", 300
That's
pounds,
the thing about these fucking big guys. It's
right?
like
Like he was
you get some big fucking
big,
boys.
and
Like,
like my coach afterwards, he's like, I've never seen you get manhandled, but you got manhandled today.
that's
And
some
I'm
bullshit.
like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like
That's all I
we go
have.
back to the drawing board. We'll be at practice on Monday, and we'll
Oh God.
fucking get
I mean,
after it.
that's the beauty of the sport, though.
Yeah.
Like that's the beauty of the sport, though. Like sometimes you will get your ass beat. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like punching or kicking where there's ref stopping. Like no, you're going to you tap.
The funniest thing in that match, like he he had a couple of submission attempts, but like towards the end, he's like, man, he looked at me and he spoke to me. He's like, man, I just need you to roll over. And I'm like,
Yeah. Like fuck you, bitch. Like get the fuck off me.
I'm like, what? Just roll
I got
over.
everybody here right now,
Man.
you dirty motherfucker. Like
But
I totally feel you.
you know, it's just like
Yeah,
he was. I mean, he was the better competitor that day. He beat
yeah,
me, right?
yeah,
But I didn't feel he. The closest he got me in a bow and arrow choke,
yeah,
and it was okay.
yeah,
But there was no way I was fucking submitting to it,
yeah.
right?
No,
Like
yeah.
I was like,
Thank you.
no way. And I just waited it out, and he moved on. And
Yeah,
I mean,
that's great that you know where your
I
main
just
fortitude is.
like kept good defense, waited like he was big,
Yeah,
and he was like a wet blanket on me.
dude, I see some big guys like fucking Alika's last competition. His last competition, fucking, he fought this one dude who won like Brasileiros, he won
Oh
Worlds
shit.
at fucking open weight.
Oh.
Dude, this is a big motherfucker. So we're in the back. We're in the fucking back, okay? And I think that so Kirk fought that day, but Kirk lost, so we were low key like not done with Kirk, but we were like mentally like all Alika now, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And Alika saying the whole time like I'm finding this big motherfucker right now. And I was like, who? I don't know if you know Pedro from Lodi, or
Mhm.
so Pedro's our instructor from Lodi.
Mhm.
He is big as fuck. He's at least I'm not gonna say 300, but he's at least 270 something. Like you
Okay.
know what I'm saying? He's a big boy. Like the motherfucker on his story is
And tall.
lifting 315 like nuts like cake.
Uh.
Oh, he's like 6'4",
Yeah.
easy.
See that.
His friend is bigger than him. That's why I know Lika. You know
Shit.
Lika.
Yeah.
So
What
fucking
Alika? What like 170 maybe?
solid fucking 170. But yeah, he's 170. You don't feel like it. Trust me. He
Yeah.
feels like he's
I
about
bet.
two. Dude, his weight is so crazy. But anyways, back to the fucking thing before I fucking whine off on Lika. Fucking Lika's find out for it. Lika's telling me like I'm finding this big motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit. Like, you know? Fucking this dude is so strong. He just grabs Alika's foot tight
Uh huh.
and starts wrenching. Alika tapped, but then Alika after was like, my foot is fucked.
Oh shit.
That's how big these niggas are. I'm like, imagine being that big. Like you could just grab somebody's fucking foot.
Yeah.
as hard as you fucking can do and wrench a little bit,
Yeah.
and you're fucking toast.
That's
It's
crazy.
unfair. Like it's an unfair martial art. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
When they're that big, yeah. Like,
Yeah. And they're talking about like in the Gracies always fucking talk about skill beats strength and size. Fuck you,
uh,
motherfucker. Like that's what I always fucking say. Strength
I,
matters.
I
That's why I
mean,
lift weights.
I mean, skill should have some factor into it, but like, fuck, I was able to defend just about everything that that
Yeah.
guy did, but he was, like I said,
Too
he
big.
was just on me, and I
No, I
was
totally feel you.
on bottom, just waiting for opportunity to move.
Yeah.
And anytime that he made a move, I would try to make my move,
Yeah.
but then he would just cover my hips again, and
I
I was
totally
like,
feel you.
"Son,
I,
bitch,
rem-
this guy's big."
I remember one time I did Santa Cruz Open when I won my weight class,
Hmm.
and it was the open class, and I wasn't gonna do it. And I texted Alika too. I was like, "Hey, I don't think I'm gonna do the open." And Alika was like, "If you don't want to, you don't have to." But Alika was at the Real League that day,
Oh,
but
okay.
Javi Gomez
Yeah.
was there, who runs Aspirant,
Yeah.
and Javi was like, "We need points. Like, just do it." So I fucking did the open. I beat JDF. So first dude I went against, he was 154, whooped his ass. Like, I beat the shit out of him. Fucking the dude who I fought next, brother, he was 195. He was, what's 195? Medium heavy? Is medium heavy 195? That's heavy. So I fought the heavyweight champ.
Oh shit.
So I'm thinking this is some white boy. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna whoop his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, he starts speaking Portuguese to the coach.
Oh fuck.
Ah, shit. Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucked at that point.
So when he started speaking Portuguese, I was just like, fuck, like I'm looking at Hobby and I'm just like, bitch, fuck you, like you know what I'm saying? Sure enough, I grabbed grips with him, so I tried to pull guard. I pulled guard, and this motherfucker's so strong. I was on my back, and he pulled me into his.
Oh
So I'm
shit.
like this on my back,
Yeah.
and he pulled me into his guard.
Damn.
Yeah. So he was that deep, and then yeah, there was nothing I could do. I did
That's
all my
crazy.
techniques. I did all my passing. I did everything I could do, and he just choked the shit out of me like no other. Like you know what I'm saying?
So in some instances, strength does matter.
Oh, I totally
Size.
believe it. I think that's why I win the shit that I win. Strength and fucking matters.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. I know for a fact that nobody in my weight class around here is stronger than me. I know that for a fact. So
Yeah. You're pretty
every
fucking
competition,
strong.
I have strength. Like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. I'm the only dude who powerlifts for real, for real. Like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. Like make sure I touch all my maxes. Like I'm good. Like you know. But for the most part, it's like what the fuck.
So, what are the goals for the future?
Um, honestly, like I sort of kind of mentioned today on my story that I want to have a competition series
Yeah, I've
here.
seen that.
Yeah, I do want to have a competition series, but realistically, like for myself, goals is just like be able to have money just to do jujitsu full time. Like
Hmm.
I love the sport, I love the art. Like there's nothing better than fucking waking up every day and the only thing you have to do is roll.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing fucking better. Like you know what I'm saying? I just want to train and I don't want to be shitty because my thing is it's like I roll with a lot of black and brown belts that
Hmm.
are not that good, and you probably have to.
Yeah.
And it's like you're sure kind of cut from the same cloth as I am, where it's like you don't want to be a black or brown belt. By the time you get your black or brown belt, you don't want to be like, oh, somebody's gonna whoop my ass.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
want that, like right? And that's my biggest goal. Like when I'm a black or a brown belt, like I want everybody to be like, "Oh shit, Will just pulled up." Like I
Yeah.
low key want to be seen as that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's cool. Like you know what I'm saying?
Like fuck, Will's here today.
Yeah, like you want to be that guy in the room where it's like, "God, this nigga's gonna try to fucking throw me around, have me fuck like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's what you want. Like you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, goals wise, it's like I think for the rest of the year, it's just fucking I'm not doing no more super fights this year. I'm done with super fights. 2 to 2 back to back is fucking tough
Hmm.
on your mental. And then I think for the most part, where it's like, I just want to fucking compete still, but it's all tournaments. Like I just want to do tournaments like with my guys because I like going to tournaments and I have him competing, I have her competing, I have DJ competing.
Yeah.
I can fucking help coach uh, with Alika, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying. And then like I have Alika in my corner still, and everybody's there. Like I like that feeling, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's really cool, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's like here, like when I'm training, it's like I'm really lazy because we drill for the most part, you know. And it's really cool, like, cause sometimes I skip drills, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll sometimes sit right next to Lee, like, yeah, what are you doing? But it's really cool, like, seeing, like, the guys who look up to you as a coach in some way,
Mhm.
and they're like, damn, like, you're really helping me out, like, you know? And I just like that tournament setting. I miss feeling like what it feels like at a tournament where, like, everybody's there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I miss that, and that's where really what I want. I don't want fucking, I don't want nothing else. Like, sort of kind of like the super fight belt was my goal total. Never thought it would happen realistically.
But here we
Never,
are.
brother. Like every no, I swear to God, if you look at my DMs, it's like every day somebody's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass." I'm like, "Oh, are you?" Like you know what I'm saying? It's fucking hilarious.
Right.
But it's like for the most part, it's just like I just want to compete and be as good as I could possibly be. Like that's really always been my biggest goal. Like I always told Alika that. Like the one thing I always say that I'm very stuck to is I will never quit jujitsu and I will always be under you. Like you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's what I always tell Alika. Like I just want to compete and I just want to be as good as I want to be. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the best at. I want to be the best version of myself. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, because like it's inspiring to see guys like Javi Gomez, Alika, Marcos, all our other black belts be really fucking good black belts that could go in any room in the world and go crazy. Like, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's really fucking cool to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's really all I want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be one of those black belts where it's like, oh, that guy fucked him up. Like, no, I want to be one of those black belts where it's like, fuck, he just mauled the shit out of me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I got some years for that, but that's really my goal. Like, you know, competition just helps me with that faster, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Because like I can go in some rooms and beat the shit out of people. I have more competitions than a lot of black and brown belts.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of competitions. I can beat all the fucking time. But that's really my goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I see the difference in that too. And I want
Yeah.
to be on that like upper level that's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's really fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So yeah,
That's cool. That's good.
that's the goal. Be really fucking good at jiu-jitsu.
So when's the next competition?
Hopefully, honestly, hopefully next weekend. I'm fucking so last night we were
What's next weekend?
I'll get in
Or where?
yeah, I'll get into it. So fucking yesterday was my birthday, as
Yeah. Yeah.
if we haven't figured that out on pod yet.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you, sir. So fucking the IBJJF opens in Sacramento next weekend
Yes.
for Nogi. Well, Gi and Nogi.
Yeah.
But I fucking was like, hey, like Javier Gomez, shout out to him. I told him, I was like, hey, I want to fucking do the IBJJF Open. How do I make that happen? And literally, I fucking registered, and then he had to check his email and click the approve button for my purple belt because I changed belts because I
Oh
took
yeah,
blue belt.
yeah.
He approved it right in front of my face, and then I registered. So I emailed the IBJJF this morning to see if they still let me in.
Mm.
So that'd be some legendary shit if they let me in, because I just emailed them like literally like 15 minutes before you came.
Oh
Cause I
shit.
want to do that. I want to do it because IBJJF rule set's way better for me than any other rule set. I'm really good at IBJJF rule set.
So
So
I signed up for that one, but there's only one guy on my.
do it. You get point. Their point system is so crazy because if you do worlds, most of those guys have 0 points.
Yeah.
It's guys there that have 0 points that just fucking show up, and instead of fighting like a fucking dude who's a what masters are you?
5.
Yeah, instead of fighting a dude who's a masters 5 that's some fucking cream of the crop, you're fighting fucking some random dude
Yeah.
with the street. Like, that's how I feel about like IBJJF. It's like you need those points to do worlds, and it's like that's a that's the cool part. It's like do those IBJJFs and
Yeah.
they pay off because JJ really like fuck. You'll fucking win the JJ really and won't even have a first round bye. Like,
Right.
that's the one thing I have a problem with them for. I love JJ really way more than I like IBJJF, but it's like fucking like
I just honestly with Jiu Jitsu World League, I like how organized it is,
dude,
and
it's
how
so dope.
like if they say you're gonna fight at this time, you're
Dude.
in the bullpen 30 minutes early, and
I
then you're
I
going
could
out
I
to the
could
mat.
talk all day about JJ really, how great they are. Dude, best tournament. Best fucking tournament. You lose, you still fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish they had the absolute champion with third and second fight. I
Hmm.
wish they had that. But other than that, like, dude, they're fucking cream of the crop. They're selling out fucking arenas, bro.
Yeah.
Think about this. It's the Santa Cruz Open. They're doing tournaments at the Santa Cruz Warriors
Yeah.
gym, which is smaller than my high school gym. JD really selling out Stockton's arena,
Yeah.
which is a pretty big fucking city. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I signed up for the Jiu Jitsu World League, like their Pan American game one that they're gonna do down in LA.
Yeah,
I signed up for that one.
yeah. They're
So
gonna get
I'm
popping,
just
bro.
waiting to see if more sign up for it.
No, they're gonna get popping, bro. Like I tell everybody that they're gonna get so popping. Like it's gonna be ridiculous. I
Yeah.
always tell everybody, JJ really is gonna be that next tournament series. That's like, oh shit, everybody's doing this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. They're pretty good. They're really fucking good. And you don't need to fucking pay 30, $40 to re-register. Don't need to do that. Just fucking sign up online. You're
Yeah.
good to go. Love JJ World League though. That's
Yeah.
my first gold medal.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
did a grappling X in Fresno.
yeah.
That was the first tournament. I was like 2 months in.
Oh, shout out to you. I was looking. So my first competition, I trained in COVID during 2020. I did all the month of September, did
Hmm.
all the month of October, got COVID in November. Fucking went back to school in December, early December. Came back in June, and June like 28th, I had my first competition,
Oh
and I
shit.
won at JJ Road League.
Nice.
Yeah, with no training. I was like so down bad. I was so shitty.
Uh,
Armbar everybody. Armbar everybody. That's the only submission I knew. Armbar.
yeah, I think so. I did the grappling X, and I took second in
Yeah,
gi and in no gi.
yeah,
Um, I got my ass whooped,
yeah.
and I say I got my ass whooped. I just didn't understand the rule set.
Yeah, that I mean,
Right.
jiu-jitsu is a different sport when you add the different rule sets and shit like that. Like the way I roll in Arte Suave is different than how I roll in tournament, and the different that I roll in JJ Road League is different than how I roll in IBJJF. It's like you have to understand and have to have a good coach. Shout out to Liga for understanding the different rule sets.
Yeah. Yeah. The I just didn't understand.
Can I go pee?
Yeah.
Fucking thing is
We're
still
good.
on.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I had to pee. You usually put this part back in. I had to pee so fucking.
Oh,
It
no
was like
worries.
15 minutes. If you see in the camera, you'll literally fucking see me like, like I gotta fucking pee, bro. All this fucking beer caught up to me. But yeah.
No worries.
All right. JJ Rowley, yeah, yeah. So like the reason why like I'm so with JJ Rowley is because it's like you don't want to sign up for a tournament. Like no, like realistically, like even as a competitor, it's like you don't want to fucking pay what are we paying now? Like $150 for a competition, just about.
IBJJF is like 140, 130.
IBJJF's like 140. I think I seen, and then fucking JJ World League's like
Dude, the one that I just signed up
120.
for
Uh huh.
in LA,
Yeah,
that I got the email said $69.
that's great.
The first 200 people that signed up, I was one of them. I paid
Must be.
69 bucks.
You're smart. I wait so last minute. I wait so last. We're gonna. I'll get into that. Why I wait so last minute? It's because everyone's trying to fucking kill me. That's the thing. But fucking the thing is, it's like you're paying, let's just say average $100, right?
Yeah.
You're paying $100. Realistically, if you make $20 an hour, if you're doing jujitsu, you have a full time job. $100 an hour is about 5 hours of your time.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying per tournament. It's like you really want to spend $100 and you want to really spend 5 hours of your time fucking for competing and you could lose and then you're done. Nobody wants to do that, realistically. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to compete, you want matches and mat time. Like, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? That's really what I'm trying to get at. And like, that's sort of kind of like my biggest thing. It's like that's why I like JJ really because they give you a chance to come back and win. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they give you a chance to come back, win, do your shit. The only thing, like I said with them, is like I just wish they had that fucking like that true second place where the third and second place
Yeah.
go at it. I wish they did have that. But they don't. But that's fine. But it's better than like what we're doing now, like with IBJDF or like ADCC, where it's like, oh, you lose, you're done. Go to the open. It's
Yeah.
like, no, like let's see who really is that guy in
Right.
that weight class. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's sort of kind of like where I'm at with it.
Mhm.
Sort of kind of why I like super fights because it's like I know I'm only going against one guy,
Yeah.
and me or him are better. Like that's really just what it is. Like,
Now, when you do your super fights, do you game plan like watch film and
yeah,
what have you?
yeah, no, for sure. I think what fucked up. So I used to not. I used to. So I didn't. Then I did. Then I stopped.
Mhm.
Um, when I first started with my super fights, Alika used to watch a lot of film. Like I always say, like he's fucking outstanding coach. Like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. Like if you know Alika Foster, like you know how good a fucking coach he is.
Right.
And it's like he really like he takes coaching very seriously.
Oh yeah.
Like, and if you know, like, I'm sure other instructors out here probably know. You try to coach me or Kirk or DJ, you're gonna hear from Lee Foster first. Like, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? He's a really good coach, and I used to not, and I used to let him do everything. And then my one title fight,
Mhm.
my one at blue belt, I watched hella film on my guy, and I fucking lost. And you could literally see in that match, I was just thinking way too much. I was just not doing what I was supposed to do, what I normally do. Like you could tell I was like a shell of myself.
You weren't flowing like
Yeah,
the way you would flow.
yeah, like I mean, you rode with me before. Like
Yeah.
I'm very like loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I could do this to him, and then I'd fucking do some
Right.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't doing none of that. Like it was like a shell. Like it was.
Mhm.
I mean, I rolled really good. I passed the guard, he didn't pass mine. Like you know what I'm saying. But you could tell like there was something like a little different. Like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And that was the one time I watched film. Since then, oh no, I don't want to know shit.
I think
Like
like
you told me everything.
sometimes when you get caught up watching film,
Yeah,
you're too focused on what they do
yeah,
versus what you do.
yeah. I
And then
mean,
you stop
exactly.
playing your game because you're trying to stop their
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I feel like realistically, like, do I watch some film? Like, yeah, but I only watch film like if I do a tournament, I'll watch like does he pull guard, or does he not pull guard?
Mhm.
Because for me, I pull guard, and I'll try to take people down. It doesn't matter for me. Like I can play both games. Like
Yeah.
I can wrestle, I can do jujitsu if that makes sense. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the lucky ones because not a lot of people can fucking do that in this
Right.
sport. And that's all I'm watching. Like once I find out like if they pull guard or not, it's like, oh, okay, we're good. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't need to watch it. Ever after that, I'll send the league of literally everything I might find,
Mhm.
and then the league looks at it if he even does, and then that's it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Alika, he does everything. Like he is a real coach's coach.
I,
Like you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's good for the coaches, like if for him to do it, like if you're in a super fight,
Yeah,
it, if he's doing that and he sees something like maybe some kind of path to setting up something that he's done multiple times and then as he sees that transpiring in the match, he can
Yeah,
guide you through.
yeah.
I think that's what's good about.
Dude, it's like a fucking cheat code in my head. Like that's the thing I always tell everybody. Like he is a fucking cheat code. Like I'm so blessed and lucky to have him
Right.
because it's like literally like whenever I'm fucking competing, it's like you don't have a league. Like I
Yeah.
always go down to that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like my last fight, I was so nervous, so nervous, so nervous. This one I didn't cry, surprisingly. But like literally right before, I was like, all these people are here for a jiu-jitsu match, and I have you in my corner. And he just started laughing. I'm like, we're good. And the whole match, I could hear him, only him. And it's the weirdest thing because he doesn't talk that loud. It's the funniest thing. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't talk that loud at all, and you could just hear him. You know exactly what you need to do. He's a fucking cheat code, dude. Like I tell everybody, like he is the best coach that you could get competition wise. Like
Hmm.
maybe there's somebody out there that gets guys better, maybe. But like, if I need anybody in the chair, like it's so direct too, because he's like, put your right leg here, flex your foot, and kick. And you're
Hmm.
like, oh shit, like that's all I have to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you hear instruction like that, it's different. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's what he does for all of us here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could ask anybody here right now. Like, that's what he does. Like, he's
Hmm.
that guy. Like, his jujitsu brain is literally insane. And if you come over here like during like non-class time, this motherfucker's watching grappling all day. That's all he does. It's so weird. Cause I don't watch jujitsu outside of jujitsu. Do not watch. I'll watch like CJI. I'll watch like some cool shit, but
Yeah.
he watches jujitsu like all fucking day.
That's
Our
crazy.
TV is on YouTube right now because he watches jujitsu. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Like that's all he does. Like it's insane.
I watch it, but not like that.
I don't know how people watch it. I literally just told my you feel me? I just told her I was like I watch CJI.
Hmm.
I watched the Nicky Rod series, Levi Jones Larry series, way back when I first started. And then I watched Leandro Lowe, got arrested dead. But I watched Leandro Lowe when he fucking picked up that dude and fucking slammed him to the
Hmm.
ground. That's all I watched for Jiu-Jitsu. I don't watch nobody else.
Wow.
Oh, and Craig Jones, his seminars,
Hmm.
when he's fucking just laying there. He's fucking just fucking bitch pressing people over him. Oh yeah, I love watching shit like that. Other than that, I don't watch jiu-jitsu. Like I don't know how people do it. Like I cannot study this shit. This shit is stupid. Like it makes no sense. Cause a lot of times, like I know I say just stand up a lot, but like realistically, like if you just stand up, sometimes
the
it works
the
really
the
good.
coach's most famous quote: "Just stand up."
Hey, I'm a big believer in just stand up. Maybe it's because I powerlift, so I'm a little strong, so I could just
Right.
like get
Shit, I
up.
wish I could have just stood up against that last guy. That fucking shit wasn't happening, boy.
Dude, I don't know how you do your weight class. I'd be fucking dead. I
I've
don't know how.
I've been pretty successful so far
Yeah,
in my short journey. Um, I've won all the Jiu-Jitsu World League ones that I've done.
yeah,
I lost at the Grappler X1. That one was, or that was the first one I did. That one was like 2 months into Jiu-Jitsu.
yeah,
I lost there,
mm,
gi and no gi. I took silver in both,
yeah.
and then
So you didn't really lose. You just took silver.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
But
I was the
like,
first loser.
but to the dog in you, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you. I feel
and then from then, so we're talking 3 years ago. I started,
you.
right?
And just been winning ever
two
since.
months in, I took that first competition or went to that first competition,
Yeah.
lost there, and then since then, at my age group,
How
my
many
weight
competitions have you done?
for like maybe 7 or 8 total.
Oh, yeah. You're chilling. Yeah.
So I'm like 5 Jiu-Jitsu World Leagues,
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah. That's good.
maybe 4, but I did no gi in one of them.
Because my win streak started at blue belt because I lost one time a white belt. We're really white belt, you could say,
Hmm.
because I won after that. I did 3 competitions at white belt. I lost my second one, which, oh, dude, I almost quit. Like I was so pissed off. But fucking I from white belt to oh Vivian's not here. I thought it was her. But July of last year.
Hmm.
So I went from 2020 all the way to
2023.
yeah, without losing. And I competed like 8 times a year. Besides white belt. White belt's the only one I didn't. But I
Hmm.
went that far. Competing, doing super fights, all that shit, and I didn't fucking lose. And like honestly, like when I lost, I thought I was doing shit. Like I thought I was about to quit. Like fuck it.
Uh,
Like fuck all this shit.
yeah, no, I'm like I don't know what it is. Like I like competing. I like getting out there and testing myself
You
against
have to.
people that are not from our gym. Like we do open mat in our gym.
Yeah,
Um, but the hard thing is like all everybody at our gym other than our coach is hasn't trained as long as I have,
yeah.
right? Because
So you're the
like
guy at your gym.
kind of, yeah,
Yeah, you're the guy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
lit.
um, it like I have bigger guys now that I can work with
That's
there,
dope.
but like consistency, right?
Yeah.
Like I have my nephew, he's in there, but
Drill with him.
he's like one or maybe a couple times a week if
Yeah,
I'm lucky
yeah.
that he shows up.
You know what you got
He,
to start
he
doing? You got to drill with him.
oh that he's I would so there's two big guys, right?
Uh,
My nephew's bigger than me. He's
yeah,
a little bit taller. He says he weighs as much as I do, but he's fucking lying.
yeah.
Yeah, Evan, calling you out on that. Um,
Fuck you.
but so I train with him. Like I like rolling with him
Yeah,
because he's athletic.
yeah,
As big as he is, he wrestled for me,
yeah,
and now he's doing jiu-jitsu. So
yeah,
he still has that wrestler in him.
yeah,
So he'll give me more fits than most of them
yeah,
because of the wrestling.
yeah,
But then there's another guy that he got his blue belt not that long ago, Christian, and he he's starting to catch up.
yeah,
So like I'm like, okay, now I need to
yeah,
step it up
yeah.
again,
No,
right?
for sure.
Like I play the position game more than anything.
Yeah,
Like I want to find a good position, hold that position,
yeah,
make sure it's secure, make sure
yeah.
everything's
Nobody can
dialed
do
in
anything to you from that position.
before I move on to the
Exactly,
submission, right?
exactly.
So if
I'm
if I can't get to the submission, so be it. I stay in the good
yeah.
position.
Me and you are different from everybody else because you're the only other person who I know that will stay in position
Yeah,
longer, like in the submission. Because I'm the same way. Like I would rather pass your guard over and over and over again than keep throwing up these random submissions
yeah.
that don't fucking mean shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know. And like my thing is like I train with him and him and they keep me so true to that, where like I have to pin them down because
Hmm.
these motherfuckers try to kill me every fucking day. Like trust me, he tries to he tries to do the most disrespectful shit. If you don't know, it's Dan and then DJ.
Yeah,
Like these
I rolled with
motherfuckers,
DJ a
yeah,
little bit. Yeah,
fucking DJ. These motherfuckers try to kill me every fucking day.
yeah.
But like I have to make sure I pin them
Mm,
before a submission, and that's been my whole jiu-jitsu life because they're bigger than me. Like you
yeah.
know what I'm saying, and I'm a little guy. So it's like for me, it's like I have to have that. But I'll roll with guys in super fights like that just fucking go, 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 go when it comes to submission wise.
Yeah,
And it's like, did you beat me even though I passed your guard and held you for fucking 3 minutes? Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's different, like, you know? So I'm happy I hear somebody else holds positions longer than
Oh,
they try to submit somebody.
I think that's the one thing that I mean, I've learned a lot from my coach, but my coach
Yeah.
was very adamant at the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't don't jump to a submission if you don't have the
Don't
position.
fucking do that
Like
shit,
you're
bro.
just gonna one, you're not gonna get the submission. Two,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably gonna lose the position, and
Mm-hmm.
then you all that you work for to get to that position,
Yeah.
you just fucking lost.
That's the one thing I will take from Charles Gracie always, and I don't know why it's just stuck in my head forever. but they were all about position over submission because they're like a self-defense jiu-jitsu school.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Which is cool. Like,
Mhm.
just the level of jiu-jitsu is different, but like it's a cool school
Yeah.
if you want to go. Like, just start off, just see what it's about. And with them, I realized like, fucking excuse me, but fucking from them, it's all about position. That's really what it is. And then when I came here, that's when the league started adding in, like, you know, you have this and have that and have this, and that's when I started going for shit. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But even still, me in my head, er, ask anybody, I'm taking position always.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like if I have an armbar, like I literally tell my kids this all the time. If I have a submission that I know I have,
Mhm.
I'd rather you take their back. Ultimate position.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. That's my mindset towards jiu-jitsu. Take the back because you can have an armbar, Kimura, Americana. You can have a fucking paper cutter choke. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
If you have their fucking back or back exposure, take their fucking back
Yeah.
because that's if you're on the back, you're taking it fucking you're taking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're getting that submission.
It's funny. We have this guy. He's probably 2 months in
Yeah.
at our school,
Hmm.
right? And he wrestled for me for a short while.
Yeah.
He moved on to another sport, but he's in there now doing jujitsu.
Hmm.
And I was working with him and another one of the newer guys the other day, and he's a big kid, a big guy. Um, he's probably like 6'2", 6'3",
Yeah.
maybe like 240.
Yeah.
But I got on his back,
Hmm.
and he's rolling,
Don't know
and
what the fuck to do.
coach was like, give him a little bit of resistance,
Yeah.
right? Like, let him work, but don't let him
Yeah.
work. Well, I rode him out like on his back, and
Yeah.
he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And
You don't know what to do.
I'm like, well, coach said give you a little bit of resistance. That was like
So
20%.
that's me standing on
And
your back, bitch.
that was like 20%. He's
Yeah.
like, and he watched us roll a while back, and he's just like amazed about how you can control somebody,
Yeah.
right? And that's the biggest thing is the control,
Yeah.
right? He's just like, what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
bro. It's different.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's a different type of control you have, like doing jujitsu. It's like you really can fucking just control somebody all the way. It's fucking different. That's why I don't believe in like sport jujitsu and competition jujitsu because it's like in competition I have to control somebody who knows jujitsu,
Yeah,
so I could fucking control a human being.
yeah,
That's what we call a civilian.
yes,
I can control them easily, like no problem. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me? Like,
right,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like different, like in any position, like you know what I'm saying. So I think that's dope about it. Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. So what is there something or anything else that you want to get out there? Let's talk about your little tournament thing that you posted today.
Uh, I thought you were talking about my nicotine craving.
Uh
Um, yeah. So pretty much, I have two sponsors that are down to do it.
okay,
They both have a lot of money. We don't know how much money yet.
nice.
I just put it out there to see where guys are at
Hmm.
mentally when it comes to competing, because you know, jiu-jitsu guys think they're MMA fighters. You know how that goes. Um, and think that they can't fight every month, but stupid. But pretty much, I have guys that are willing to throw money. We want to put a wall in here. And also we want to pay guys to compete.
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing. I think this is more of a thing where like at least you can pay for gas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
gas is fucking expensive. 40 bucks a tank going anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I go to San Francisco right now and I'm only 60 miles away, it costs me about $40 to go there just to push. Like, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That's really what I want to do. I want guys to be able to compete for a couple dollars in their pocket because I feel like if you win any sport, that you should really just like fucking make some money off of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sort of kind of like I hate to say it, it's sort of kind of the Craig Jones approach, but it's really what it is because I'm tired of like going to these competitions and like yeah, I want a belt, but
Yeah.
there's no fucking money. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sucks to say that. Like I can't even take my girl out to fucking In and Out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know, and that
Yeah.
sucks. Like you know what I'm saying? Like at least pay for my food. But that's really more of what it is than it is. I already have 7 commits, and I haven't even checked my phone on Instagram yet. So
So, what are the details to this, and when are we
we're
looking at doing
thinking
this?
December, January, late December, January, most
Okay.
likely January, like mid-January,
Uh-huh.
realistically. Here, JG Tracy, 404 West Grand Line Road. If you don't know. But that's really where we're gonna have it. I would like realistically, what I mean, thinking in my brain, I would love to have a adult men's under 80, an adult men's over 80 kilograms,
Yes.
175 if you dumbass Americans don't know. Um, then a women's bracket, which is gonna be all open. Women they just don't weigh as much, so
Hmm.
we're gonna just go all open for women.
This is a no-gi competition.
Yeah, and then we want to have two kids age groups. So we
Okay.
want to have like a under ballpark number, an under 12 and an
Yeah.
over 12, if that
Okay.
makes sense. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to do something like that. I think we do. We're debating whether or not whether we're gonna have them buy in or we're just gonna pay them to come. But we definitely want something like you know what I'm saying, like where it's like for the grapplers that are competing.
I know Gilroy BJJ does something similar to that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
They call it the
yeah.
Columbia City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I already know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. They had one. A couple of our guys actually competed. We had like what 2, 3 guys compete for that. So
yeah.
that's really
That
sort of
one's a $50 buy-in.
yeah. That's nice. I think
So,
if anything, we're I don't want to make $100 because 100 like realistically like you're getting these guys who compete all day every day. $100 is a lot of fucking money.
yeah,
If anything, I like $50. Like that's
50 bucks
really
is
if
reasonable.
I make a price, it probably will be $50. But I really want to just like give back
Hmm.
more than anything. Like I got a lot of shit. My jiu-jitsu is paid for. Like realistically, like I help run this gym. Like
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I fucking shout out to Knox and
Right.
Ground Gamer, but they pay for all my gear. Like you know what I'm saying.
Nice.
Shout out Aspire to Inspire. They pay for all my tournament fees and stuff like that. You know, so like money wise, jiu-jitsu isn't anything to me. So like because I'm so like I'm not rich. I'm pretty fucking broke because I do jiu-jitsu for a living. But because fucking but because like I do jujitsu and it's so like paid off, it's like I just want to give back to everybody
Hmm.
and I want to give back to the guys that are less fortunate. So I've been thinking about charity work and all types of shit like that. I like to try to give people gifts. Like I always give away shit all the time just for free, just
Hmm.
because like I
Yeah.
just want to give back. Like, you know, I don't need anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have everything that I need and everything that I want. I just want to give back. But for this tournament series, it's like, what could I do for competitors
Hmm.
and guys who I know that really grind all day, every day to make nothing? I want to at least give them a tournament like here where they don't gotta go too far. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm down to have this like wherever. Like you know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna happen here first. We're gonna have a big one here first, and then
Nice.
after that, I hope we could be able to travel so the other local competitors in jiu-jitsu can fucking have something that they could look forward to
Yeah.
every year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's cool. If
yeah.
anybody watching or listening wants to be a part of it, how can they?
DM me. I'm picking the competitors and I'm picking the brackets. And the brackets aren't going to be like 1 through 16 like how normal brackets are. The first matches are going to be matches that I want to see. Because I got a couple guys that already fucking competed. That I'm just like, I need to see motherfuckers roll for some money
Mm,
just to see where you're at. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's really what it is. Honestly, everything's going to be between me and Alika when it comes to like bracket wise and if you want in. But I think for the most part, like I said, if you want to get in, DM me or Alika Foster, and we're gonna get you in. Like you know what I'm saying? Just depending. This first one, I'm not expecting a lot of people. As I say that, I'm probably gonna get a lot of people. I hate to say it,
Mm,
but just because the guys who I have willing to pay money, once I actually put that price out there, guys are gonna be like, need to win that. At least get a chance at it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So for those that don't know how to or uh, get a hold of you, what is your Insta?
Will A5 on Instagram. That's WILLAA5 on Instagram. None underscores, no fucking weird dash or nothing fucking retarded like that. And then you can text my phone number, 209-814-6341 if you don't know it. Other than that, like, yeah, like, just fucking hit me up. I'm gonna put you in. I know a lot of jiu-jitsu guys. Most people are hitting me up on Instagram. Probably best if you hit me up on Instagram before you fucking just text my phone number begging for
Hmm.
fucking fight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to put something on for the community. And I would really love it where we could really have it where like we have like a jacket drive or fucking like a clothes drive for people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my biggest thing is like I had everything I really wanted my whole life and I just really want to give back. That's my biggest thing. Like, I've had everything I could have ever wished for or imagined for. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just really want to give back. And I want to give back to competitors for them to pay for their time to be able to compete
Yeah.
and to try to win. And then also, I also want to give back for like people who are honestly less fortunate because like that's hard. Like, I've
Right.
been in that spot. I think most of us here have
Hmm.
been in that spot where we can afford shit, and I want to give back to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? More than anything in my life. You know, I don't give a fuck about money. Like, money's cool. Money comes and goes, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean shit to me. Like, if I don't have money, I could eat still. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And if I do have money, I would just want to feed other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the biggest thing that I want from it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So last question,
Mm,
uh, uh, and I'll say this before I ask the last question.
Jesus Christ.
You have anything that you want to get out there besides?
I'm gonna do my shout outs now.
Go ahead.
Shout out to my mom, my daddy, my lady in my life. Dan, DJ, Alika, Kirk, Javi Gomez, Marcos from Modesto,
Don't forget Kalani.
everybody from Aspire, all my friends that are probably gonna watch this and give me so much shit. Um, yeah, really, that's it. All my aunties, all my uncles, all my cousins, everybody. I'm a country boy, so everybody I know a lot of people in that are
Yeah.
family, like so
Nice.
shout out to all of them. Really that's it. City of Tracy. Shout out Tracy. We are part of 209. Fuck Stockton. Just kidding. But yeah. And Kalani Foster. Kalani Foster is fucking if I say Alika, I always have to say Kalani Foster. So shout out to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So last question. What advice do you have for the new people coming in?
To Jiu-Jitsu.
The older group, like for example, myself that
Yeah.
started at 48,
That's a really good
um,
fucking question. We can fucking
and like maybe even the younger group, kids, adults.
dudes my age? That's a really good question that like I never really thought of because you don't really think about questions like that. Particularly for the older group, I think like you have to understand that this sport is rough,
Hmm.
but the worth is so worth it. Like the time and the mats and your fucked up fingers, your fucked up arms, elbows, knees,
Shoulders.
shoulders, ankles, like it's so much worth it if you're an older cat. Like the way that you're able to deal with somebody is so worth it. For the younger guys, it's like you have to come in here and compete.
Hmm.
My biggest thing with younger guys is like if you're under 30 and you want to start doing jiu-jitsu, like what I'm going to do whenever God blesses me with my own gym,
Hmm.
what I'm going to do is force younger guys to compete because you have to.
Hmm.
Because it's like, how can you get better if you don't compete? You know what I'm saying? You understand, like, for example, you rolled with me before, right?
Hmm.
And I compete fairly often. And when you roll with me, you can tell there's a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, than a normal purple belt that just comes in your gym.
Yes.
I expect that from my 20 something year olds. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I were to have my own gym, I want you to compete because you need to have that difference level for when you are 40 and you're rolling with a younger cat. But you realize back when you were 20, you were fucking competing. You could fucking be a dog. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I expect that from you. Motor guys, just show up and fucking be consistent. Train your 3 to 4 days a week.
Hmm.
My younger guys, realistically, you don't
Every
got
day.
kids, you ain't got a wife, you're by yourself, you're single probably. You just have one 9 to 5 job that's on schedule. Hey, you need to compete. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I expect. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for my younger guys, you need to come in, you need to compete. You need to try to be better because competing is gonna be the thing that makes you better. My older guys, be consistent. Like that's the big hardest thing with older guys. They're not consistent. They have wife, they have kids,
Right.
they got shit to go to, they got all types of stuff. They think because they go to their daughter's birthday party on a Saturday means that they can skip training Monday through Wednesday. Like you know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
We were getting ready for the party.
I mean, I get ready for the
Yeah.
party too, but fuck, I make sure I train. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like I think the biggest thing is like to people, to new people, just in general, and I could talk about new people all fucking day. It's just like it's 1 hour out your day. Make it a non-negotiable. Like for
Yeah.
me, lifting weights and doing my conditioning is a non-negotiable. Just as life as a man, like you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Because as a man, we all know we need something hard to do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weak men out here, and I'm not gonna call out no names or nothing like that, but there's a lot of weak men out here. You need one thing that's gonna make you fucking hard as
Yeah.
a man to make you like be that upper echelon. Like you know what I'm saying?
Bring that dog out. Yeah.
You gotta have that dog if you're a man. If
Yeah.
you're a grown ass fucking man paying bills, have something going for you. You need that fucking dog, right? Lifting weights is cool. I love that. I lift
Hmm.
weights all the time, but I'm one of those guys where I lift weights and I do jujitsu.
Yeah.
So now I lift weights and beat the shit out you. Like you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You need that. Like you know what I'm saying? If you start training jujitsu, that's what you need to do.
Nice.
Like this, it's just a non-negotiable. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what you really need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 1 hour out your day. Just show up to every class at night if that's what your schedule permits, or every morning.
Yeah.
Or if you go twice a day, just fucking go twice a day. If you could sleep enough.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really my biggest thing, you know? And keep showing up because, like, yeah, you're gonna get fucked up, but like, I used to think that all the time. I used to get fucked up so bad as a white belt. At the time,
Yeah.
I was a 145 pound white belt
Hmm.
getting beat to death every day. Showed up
Hmm.
every day. Now I'm a purple that's 160 pounds and a little strong. Now I'm the guy,
Not a little strong.
little strong, but I'm the guy that fucking like terrorizes people now. Like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that's a cool like. Does Javi whoop my ass? Yes. Does Marcos beat my ass? Yes. Does Kalani whoop my ass? Yes. Alika? Yes. I go on and on who whoops my ass.
Right.
But for the general room that I walk into,
Hmm.
I know for a fact I'm one of those guys where like, oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass today if I want to. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Right.
Like, that's what you want. That's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
when you start, you think about that. And then now I see myself now. I walk in these rooms. I'm like, shit, I'm fucking some people up right now.
Right.
Like fun, like for fun, like you know what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
can fucking start off fucking laying on my back like this, and let somebody mount me, and it's like, oh well,
Yeah.
good luck. When am I going to stand up? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's pretty cool. Like, you know? And I think every man needs to feel like being bottom of the barrel and going because it makes you humble too. Like I play football and I feel like football is the most egotistical sport there is. I love football to death, but it's the most egotistical sport you can play
Hmm.
because you have to think you're the shit to be the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then like in jiu-jitsu, it's like you can be the shit, but you never think you're the shit.
Yeah.
You could be
Very
a
good.
world fucking champion and never think you're the shit in jiu-jitsu. But in football, you have to think that.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Because like
Yeah.
in jiu-jitsu, even you hear the black belts say it all the time. I'm still learning.
Dude, there
I feel
fucking
like I don't know nothing. I'm like,
Christian, one of our white belts, Christian, just tapped me out like 2 weeks ago, right before my super fight. He just tapped me out. Choked the shit out of me.
mm,
Because I was trying to do some stupid shit. Choked the shit out of me. And I don't mind I don't mind saying that because it doesn't like I was like the day before my super fight, he choked me out. And I don't mind saying that because it's like it makes you that humble. Because white belts can choke you because it's different. Like
oh yeah.
he choked me to death realistically and I had to tap.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu. You need to feel that. You need to know that somebody lesser is going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And I dig that. Now, will Christian ever do that again? No, because I know where he's at now. But he did in
Right.
front of Alika. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it's like that's part of the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so to everybody who starts off doing jiu-jitsu, just be fucking consistent. It's too many fucking people out here. And another thing I would say too, because we talked about this last night, like in high school I was always a part of like I was always a part of like the special ed kids and the kids that couldn't like didn't have legs and shit, like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like the paraplegics and people who are like a little special in the head, like you know what I'm saying? It's like you're lucky enough to have all your limbs to be able to do this, right? And there's people out there. Like we always had guys on our football team that like couldn't walk, couldn't do certain shit, and you're taking for granted the opportunity that they would literally kill you for.
Yeah.
Like if you put things into perspective that way towards life, like I feel like that changes you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always had that. Shout out to my coaches from football and shit. But like you have to put that into perspective. There are people out here that literally cannot do shit for themselves. They can't even wipe their own ass, like dead ass. And you can
Right.
do everything under the sun physically.
Right.
And you won't commit to something because it's a little hard and you suck at it a little bit. That's
Yeah.
crazy to think about. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you put that into perspective.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of the reason why where I'm like, damn, like I gotta keep going. That's what keeps me driving and motivated every day. Because I think about those kids that didn't have shit, that got the shitty hand growing up,
Hmm.
that have actual physical limitations, and then also at the same time, like those kids who are like are a little special in the head, like you know what I'm saying, that literally just can't grasp certain shit, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
It's like you have to, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to all my special folks. Like I know it's probably not the right thing to fucking say, but really shout out to all my special folks because it's like fuck, bro, like that's what I do it
They're
for.
inspiring without knowing they are.
Dude, have no fucking clue. Like
Yeah.
a guy like me, like I fucking seen a lady on a fucking wheelchair the other day, and I'm just like, damn, you never probably had that fucking chance in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do. So what the fuck I look like skipping training? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I dig
Like,
that.
yeah, am I human? Do I need some days off? Yeah, but my longest break off of jujitsu was like 5 days,
Mm.
if that. I don't even think it's 5 days. I want to say it's always what 4 days when I went to Mexico. So I was like 4 days. When I went to Mexico for my friend's wedding, I literally made the trip and my flight off of 4 days of doing jujitsu.
Mm.
And part of the reason why was because like I think about shit like that. I
Hmm.
think that deeply about life. That's why I sort of kind of live life the way I live. Like I'll get fucked up whenever I want and fucking go hard as fuck when I want because it's like there's people here that are looking at you that you don't think look up to you, but they do.
Yeah.
Whether you know, he knows, or she knows, there are people always looking up to us.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Always.
Right.
Whether you know or not, whether that's your nieces, your nephews, your grandson, anybody,
Yeah.
people are looking up to us all the fucking time, bro. And
Yeah.
you have to take that into fucking count. And
Yeah.
that's why, like, I train the way I do what I do, and I go so hard because I know for a fact, off of just people DMing me on Instagram or texting my phone or calling me randomly, I know that, like, in some way, they look up to me to my commitment towards the sport. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, bro, like, gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You can't stop. If you stop, you just fucking failed them, and they
Yeah.
lost hope. And I don't want to be no reason nobody fucking kills themselves because they fucking lost hope. I know that fucking got deep, but
Yeah.
like you get what I'm trying to say, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So yeah, that's my advice. Go fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? Go fucking hard.
Cool. Cool. All right. Well, I got one thing for you. We'll pause.
What about it? Oh,
Thank
you got
you.
a gift?
I do got a gift for you.
Appreciate